One thing is for a woman and a man to face each other as equals, and another is for a male wrestler to end up humiliating a female superstar. Have there been major humiliations of women in WWE? Today, even though times have changed, 30 years ago, everything was very different and the company's mentality was still at its core sexist. Well, that's why I'll stop talking now, and today I'll present to you 5 women who were humiliated by WWE wrestlers. Number 5. More respect for elders. Even from the start, moments or matches between men and women are already impactful on their own. Also, imagine seeing a wrestler in his prime facing off against a woman nearing her senior years. That's why I wanted to share this list with 2 particular cases that really left some poor ladies humiliated. The first case is between Kane and Linda McMahon, where the Big Red Monster not only humiliated the WWE boss, but also destroyed her with a brutal tombstone neckbreakers on the Raw stage. Something that could have caused a major injury or something much worse. Although nowadays both are politicians, it should be noted that Linda McMahon said that at that moment she did feel humiliated and she would never do it again for anything in the world. The second case is the complete lack of respect that the Dudley Boys had for Mae Young, whom they ended up devastating both inside and outside the ring on more than one occasion. Although this last time ended up being something truly shocking, and Mae Young did suffer a neck injury. Number 4. A Christmas surprise. Victoria is considered one of the best female wrestlers to ever set foot in WWE throughout its history. Her toughness, skill, and ability led her to become champion on more than one occasion. However, is it true when people say that a woman's strength will never compare to a man's? Well, on December 26, 2005, a day after Christmas, on Monday Night Raw, Karlito made his entrance to the ring to wait for his opponent, and to compete in the Beat the Clock tournament. The surprise came when Victoria appeared along with her 2 friends, Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle. Karlito wasn't scared at all and immediately started laughing, underestimating Victoria. A very worried Victoria didn't even know how to start. During the match, there was clear dominance from Karlito, where the wrestler even ended up giving her a slap. Victoria's friends managed to distract the referee and, of course, Karlito. That's how Victoria was able to recover and hit him with a low blow to quickly pin him. Unfortunately, Karlito kicked out at the count of 2, and all of this just made him even angrier. He ended up hitting his finisher on Victoria in a pretty brutal way and pinned her very violently. And then, to make matters worse, he ended up spitting in her face, humiliating her in every possible way. 3. A devastating humiliation. In WWE history, has there ever been anyone more miserable than Jonathan Coachman? Well, this very same character practically forced Maria to face Umaga in a one-on-one match on Monday Night Raw. The Samoan Beast would appear and practically destroy Maria Kanellis in a matter of seconds. Maria Kanellis, at the start of the match, was crying and begging for mercy. In all this, it must be acknowledged that the people present in the arena were truly shocked. However, when Maria couldn't even move on her own anymore, John Cena would appear to help her. Even though Umaga quickly ran out of the ring and John Cena was worried about Maria, there was little that could be done, because Maria was heartbroken. Number 2. The Legend Killer. On March 21, 2005 on Monday Night Raw, Randy Orton was already known as the Legend Killer. A lot of past superstars had already been taken out by Orton. That day, he had a segment with Stacy Keibler where he presented his new shirt in tribute to all his victims. After a video recap showing all the times he destroyed them, he wanted to celebrate with a passionate kiss between him and Stacy Keibler. She loved it, and Randy liked it even more. However, while Randy Orton kept talking, he considered that there was a legend in the ring that he hadn't captured yet, and that legend was Stacy Keibler. That's how Randy Orton dropped the microphone and delivered a fierce and devastating Randy knockout to her in the middle of the ring. The referees immediately started to arrive, but Randy, feeling little guilt, left the ring, while Stacy Keibler couldn't recover right away from this impact. It's important to remember that before Stacy Keibler, Randy Orton had already humiliated and also taken out the Fabulous Moolah. And also with a devastating Randy knockout. Number 1, my friend's girlfriend. At the beginning of 2004, Chris Jericho was Christian's best friend. Everything started to escalate when Christian began to have feelings for his best friend's girlfriend, Trish Stratus. However, Christian tried to hide everything until suddenly Eric Bischoff scheduled a match between Christian and Trish Stratus. All of this was so that Chris Jericho would see that his friend would be incapable of hurting his girlfriend. Although Trish was quite worried at the beginning of the match, Christian asked her to calm down and told her that everything would be over soon. Then, Christian would lie down in the ring so that Trish could make the count easily and quickly. But when the count was at 2, Christian moved and Trish didn't understand at all what had happened. Until Christian started attacking her in an extremely violent way. The audience couldn't believe that Jericho's best friend was hurting his girlfriend like that. Then Christian would violently punish her with a Walls of Jericho, which was totally ironic towards his best friend, since the Walls of Jericho has historically been Chris Jericho's signature move. Finally, it was the referee who had to step in to stop this once and for all.